Capricorn, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for July 2023. So these are messages from Spirit for you for July, for the month of July. So let's have a look here, Capricorn. We've got the overall energy. We've got a chance of treasure, prepare to dive. And we've got exciting news, satisfying projects. I love how this energy is working out. We've got additional messages with inspiration and strength. And the 4-week breakdown, or how the energies are likely to play out, we've got Justice, the Emperor, 6 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. Now don't be alarmed with the 5 of Cups here, Capricorn. There is a beautiful, beautiful message here. So Spirit's saying, let's start with the first overall energy. And I feel that these energies are going to play with each other. So they're going to go kind of like the energies flow into each other and then possibly back again. But also they lead from one to the other, or one creates a space for the other. Isn't that beautiful? And I feel like she's saying, Capricorn, look in the mirror and see the truth of what's there. Look in the mirror and see the truth of what's there. Now the card says, a chance of treasure, prepare to dive. The affirmation is, the deeper I go, the more I see and the more I know. And I think this is really appropriate for the energies that I'm feeling for July. And July is a month, I believe, that Spirit's kind of saying, come on everyone. You're nearly there. There's just a bit more inner work. There's a little bit more to see. There's a little bit more to heal. And I feel like with the mermaid here, I feel it's like you're halfway there. It's almost at one point you were fully covered in scales. And the metaphor behind that is, you know, the scales to protect yourself, the scales to maybe hide who you really are so you can fit in the world that you have created for yourself. And there's a sense that you're slowly uncovering that there's more and more of you, of yourself, aspects of yourself that you are revealing to those around you, to the world, and I think at the same time to yourself, Capricorn. I almost feel like when you get to the end of this, you'll be stepping out. And I feel like, you know, I'm almost seeing a fish kind of dodging, you know, and then hiding behind some coral or some seaweed, but then it comes out and it darts around, and I feel that's been a big part of your life, Capricorn. And I feel now you're stepping up and stepping out. And I love seeing the Emperor here in your reading. Spirit's actually guided me down here, so I'm just going to run through the cards very quickly as with the message that I'm getting. The Justice here is bringing your life back into balance and into alignment with who you are. So this Justice is seeing the truth. And you know, justice is not about emotional pull or feelings. It's about truth. It's about facts. And I feel that this is the start of you no longer hiding your truth, cutting out whatever is not truthful about yourself. And that is the way we pretend and things like that. Spirit saying just a quick brief, so I'll come back to it in full. So you're seeing the truth about yourself, which then the Emperor comes in and you're applying that truth. And that is what I see in this card about eventually all the scales, the fins, the tail will go and you will step out as you. That's this energy, the Emperor. Knowing exactly who you are. And that creates a level of triumph. There's like, I'm seeing this card as like this aha moment, this exhilaration, this yes. But it does lead to uncertainty. It leads to the unknown. And it leads to possibilities. So there's a sense of, with this deep dive, it says prepare to dive. Now, you know, it's like diving into the unknown. But I feel that the deep dive is what you're doing to remove your scales. It's going deep within you to remove everything that is not true to you anymore. It once was. Your life fitted you at one stage, but now it doesn't anymore. So it's really being honest with yourself, really looking at your life and you. And I think it says a chance of treasure, because when we uncover who we are on a really our essence of who we are, and when we acknowledge how much we've changed along our journeys and we embrace that and we bring that into our present moment and we create our life anew from that, there's treasure. We unlock treasure because we're more in alignment with just who we are right now. And I feel the prepare to dive is also, I'm getting from this card, because I keep seeing her going from this mermaid to a full human, partly hidden to completely exposed. And I feel that's the deep dive is to remove the last aspects of yourself that are not in alignment with who you are now, and understanding yourself, seeing yourself, and then you step out. And the other overall energy is exciting news, satisfying projects. And the affirmation is, sorry, I don't know if you can see that. The affirmation is rewarding possibilities await me. Now, why are they rewarding? They're rewarding because sometimes we achieve things and it was almost like the chase, the actions to get there was more satisfying than actually getting there. And I believe that when that happens, it's because our ego was more ego driven than soul driven. So then it's almost like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna chase it down, I'm gonna wear it out until I get there. And there's a sense with that of not being in the flow. There's a sense of not that's not being in alignment. There's no harmony in that. I see harmony in the harp. And hindsight, this is where hindsight is a beautiful thing, because it's not until we achieve what we were striving for and it suddenly loses its luster, it loses its, you know, you kind of achieve it and you're kind of like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. That's where the thrill of it was more important than actually achieving it. It's almost like you were trying to prove something to yourself, or you were trying to prove something to others. And I feel that's been your experiences, and there's nothing wrong with that, because boy, do those experiences, those journeys, they teach us so much about ourselves and so much about what actually doesn't hold as much meaning as we once would have expected or would have imagined. And it also shows you maybe, gosh, along the way, what maybe is important, just in the contrast. Rewarding possibilities await me, exciting news, satisfying projects. And it's in the satisfying projects that I feel this card really holds the key. It's suddenly, you're not going to be chasing things just for the chase, the kill, if you like. It's not going to be just to be able to say to people, oh look, you know, you just got to go for it no matter what. And you know, that's how we fall into the trap of stepping and, you know, knocking over whoever's in our way in order to succeed. That's not the journey of our soul. Our soul is encompassing. Our soul is one with everything. So our soul has this fundamental understanding that to knock somebody down knocks it down, because we are all one. So what we do that contributes and uplifts everyone, and I'm not saying that you have to touch every single person or do something for every single person, but for those, because everything has a knock-on effect, so it expands. And that's why it's so important that we all level up. And leveling up, Capricorn, simply means no longer being fragmented. And it starts with no longer being fragmented in ourself. We start by being whole in ourself first. And as everybody becomes whole, then the collective is whole. It's you don't have to make the collective whole. There's no sense in that. You can't, because you have no power over others, and nor should you want to. But as everybody makes themselves whole, can you see how empowering that is? When other people, when each of us make ourselves whole, there's a level of understanding in that. There's a level of awareness that comes from that. And then by everybody becoming whole, the world is suddenly whole. And this is on what level we're talking here, Capricorn. It's massive. It has the potential to change our world, each individual at a time. And we're all on different journeys and timeline within that journey. So there'll be people ahead of us in this, there'll be people sort of along, you know, pretty much at the same level, there'll be people that we can view behind us, but those people that are behind us can overtake us. They can end up in the front. They can end up, you know, so it's always changing. So please don't, this is not a comparison kind of thing. This is a bringing together of. And the reason why Spirit is bringing that to my attention, because this is a bringing together of you first, Capricorn. So I don't know if some of you are trying to change the dynamics of your family, are trying to change partners, or are trying to change your community or your place of work or whatever it is. Because this message for the collective is coming through very strongly. So this is almost a reminder of you first, Capricorn. All you need to do is change you. That's it. That's it. And in changing you, there's going to be a higher level of satisfaction in everything you do. And I feel like there's new things coming to you. And of course there is, because when we change and when we embody that change, we allow things that no longer resonate with our vibration, with our values and beliefs and outlook, and the experiences we now want. The things of the past will either blossom and deepen, or they will fall away, but either way they change. So let's go to the tarot. So week 1, I think you're getting this clarity. I think you're getting this understanding of a fundamental truth in you, Capricorn. And it's so clear, it is so strong. Being a major arcana, it's Spirit influencing this, Spirit guiding you through this, Spirit bringing this to your attention in whatever way that is. And it's going to bring so much balance to your existence. Balance, like it will balance your mind, like the 3 aspects of yourself, your mind, body and soul. It will balance your ideas. It will balance, like if things were out of alignment, like in your chakras, in your health. It will balance your experiences. So what that means, Capricorn, is there's still going to be excitement, but it's going to feel balanced. It's not going to feel all over the place. So I'm feeling like you'll get to a place where you'll have fears and you'll have excitement. Of course you will. You know, the aspect, your human aspect will always be there. But I feel like you'll be able to see the truth in everything. You'll be able to cut through the self-talk that might keep you blocked, because you'll be able to see it. And you won't judge it. You'll just see the truth behind it, and therefore just accept it for what it is. An aspect of yourself that is afraid. And that. So week 1 is going to be a little bit, you know, the swinging of the balance, I feel. The sort of like, gosh, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. I don't want that anymore. It's going to be that seeing aspect. And then week 2 is the Emperor. You coming into your power. You understanding. I just got what it's all about. And I was saying to Spirit, oh, how do I explain that? And it just came back saying, that's it. Because it will be different to each of you. It will be your individual values, your individual beliefs, what you want and the way you want to achieve things or do things. And you're looking at you. So the Emperor is the best card for this reading for you, because It's a major arcana, which means it's spirit stepping in to help you. Spirit is guiding you through this. And it also shows that it's not an ego-driven power. It's not you drunk with power thinking that you're better than everybody else. Not at all. The Emperor accepts the throne. He's at the top. So that is a sign, Capricorn, that you are putting yourself first. You are putting yourself at the top. But an emperor who runs an empire to the ground has nothing to rule. So an emperor's, and the whole reason for an emperor to be an emperor is because there's an empire to rule. So how do you apply that to your life, Capricorn? The best version of you can be, the more that pitters down to everything and everybody that you come into contact with. The more grounded, because we don't want an emperor to be a dictator. We want an emperor to be sure and to be wise and to seek counsel when required. We don't want an emperor that thinks he knows it all and is not prepared to listen to anybody else, or is not prepared to take on board other people's feelings or other people's needs or wants. We need an emperor that rules with compassion, bravery. We don't want him making decisions out of fear either. We want him to be just and truthful. And these are things that we embody, and that is what draws people to us, and that is what draws possibilities to us, and that's when we sit in our power. Because suddenly we're not looking at pleasing others, but just naturally by being our true, authentic self, people straight away know, do we align with that? Or do we not align with that? And if they don't align with that, it's almost like you're no longer on their radar. And if your authentic self aligns with those around you, they will be more drawn to you. So it's a win-win situation when you have the Emperor in your reading, because it's like you becoming authentically aligned with yourself, with your true self, the version that you are right now, because that version will change. But being authentic as you are now enables the experiences and the people to be drawn to you. I have my saying, my friends, as you've probably noticed, but I've said it before. It's always shine your inner light, because it's the beacon that attracts your soul tribe and the abundance of the universe to you. Because the right people, the right opportunities find you. Because you've dropped the scales, so you're no longer camouflaged. When you're camouflaged, or when you're pretending to be something that you're not, opportunities and people that are not really aligned with you find you. But then it feels, ooh, there's almost like this game that has to be played because the fit is not right. But there was this drawing, like, you know, you were drawn to each other, but it was on a falseness, an untruth. And so then both of you feel, but this is fated because we're so drawn to each other. But then both of you have to kind of pretend or to change to fit. And we are learning more and more that we don't change to fit. We are ourselves, and the things that fit come to us. That's what manifesting is. Manifesting is not changing or becoming super positive, or it's literally being you, exactly you. And then that draws to you the truth. And that brings great success. It brings reward. It brings new experiences. This Six of Wands, this person has come back victorious from the war. Spirit's asking me to read these two together because week 3 and week 4, the energies are going to kind of go from one to the other as you begin to understand and as you begin to let go, because this Five of Cups in your reading is a sense of letting go of what was to embrace what's new. So there's this sense of this person is triumphant, this person is successful, you know, it's success on a big level. But we mustn't forget that this person is coming back from the war, not pointing to the Emperor, but this person is coming back from the war. And there are scars. He comes back victorious from the war, and it's almost like, okay, then now what? Your past life no longer fits you. A little bit like you don't want to stay in a war. You want the war to end as quickly as possible, you know, and it's just an analogy, but it's the things that don't fit you anymore. You don't want to hang around there, but they do cause pain and they do cause sadness and regret. So there is emotion, possibly trauma, and trauma might be too much of a big word there, but that's the word I've been given anyway. And so there's a sense of, in this victory, in embracing who you are, there's also an aspect of letting go in order to move into your future. As you move into the future, you will see what can no longer follow you. And I love how the truth comes first, then embodying your authentic self, then the success of moving forward to understand and let go of what no longer serves you. And this will be challenging, it will be difficult, but you've got the strength and the clarity to definitely do this, to definitely move forward with this, Capricorn. And then we've got, in the additional messages, we've got, I don't know if that's going to focus well, we've got inspiration. Everything in the cosmos is inspiring to those with creative hearts and curious minds. If you're looking for inspiration, feast your eyes on nature's overflow of colour, sounds, creatures, blooms, forests, and motion. Take time out of your tasks today to be inspired from unexpected sources. And you know, I feel that this inspiration, I feel that when you start to get bogged down in the what was, and this can sometimes be dreams that you need to let go of. You know, this person in the war, if the war had continued, maybe it would have risen to, I have no idea, ranks, but you know, maybe a colonel, or I don't know what, you know, admiral in the fleet, or I don't know, you know, but it could have risen in rank and it never got to. So there's this sense of missed opportunity, yet at the same time, it's better that it didn't continue, because if it continued, he could have lost his life. Do you know what I mean? Like, so there's this sense of missed opportunities, things that worked out, things that didn't. So there's a sense of healing, and I feel this inspiration going out into nature. Everything in the cosmos is inspiring to those with creative hearts and curious minds. So there's almost like this sense of the past is what it is, and we do need to heal from that. We do need to accept and let go, and that comes with time and allowing ourselves to grieve things. But there's also this sense that a curious mind, gosh, what can I now achieve? I feel so different. So what does this new me want? What could I possibly achieve? What do I want to create? What do I find inspiring? And I feel that it's that energy that helps you turn around. It's that energy that helps you keep moving forward instead of getting a bit stuck on the what was. And it will take strength, Capricorn. It will take strength, but you've got the strength. The card says, anchor into your inner strength to follow your dreams and make a difference in the world. Call on your rebel nature to carve your own meaningful path and listen first to the intuitive nudges within you. Stay strong, steady, and fearless on your course. Anchor into your inner strength. That's this Emperor. And to your truth. And I feel there's this sense, it says, call on your rebel nature. Follow your own path. And that could mean, Capricorn, for some of you, no longer following others. No longer looking at who's following me. Maybe nobody is for the moment, because you're still discovering your way. And as you do, that energy expands out into the world, and that's when people find you. Oh my gosh, Capricorn, this is big. But July, it's been big for pretty much everyone. I think this year is just a year about pivoting and finding our proper place. I'm going to leave you with those messages, my friends. Love, light, and blessings, Capricorn. See you next time. Bye-bye.